It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football and certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. A shotgun snap for Love. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Carlos Watkins. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is third and long. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Easy. Let's bring it. 59. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Smooth. Hey. No. Check that.
Here's Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Zebra.
Check 99.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike 51.
Now it's Stafford. He is going to find Hill here. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And he breaks through another tackle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
At the Colts 43-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, waiting. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Lady, watch the screen.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
All day, defense, all day.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
You big ass, big ass, big ass. Hey, easy, easy. Mike 51, Mike 51. 6 man. Stay 50, stay 50. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Hey. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Mike, get away, get away, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Stafford now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of the game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Lady! Hey! Big 20! Hey, Haywood!
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford on the right side. This is Miller. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep it
Easy!
From the gun, here's Stafford. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. Wait. Too tight, unable to find anyone open.
KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down.
Hey. 50-50. Hey, Alpha.
They snap it to Stafford. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Stafford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What we got?
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 16.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Blue 60. Check. Watch 54. You run. Joker. Easy. Right there.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
20. Let's go, baby. We turnover. Get that ball.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Hey.
On second down, it's Freeman. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Here I come again. Check. Drill right, 22. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, wahoo! 58, right there. Come on, boy.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? Touchdown, Indianapolis! Keelan Cole, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3.
Monday. Slam. Hey.
Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Chiefs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Hey, orbit.
To throw is Stafford. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Colts take over first and 10 at the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
58 to Mike, 58. 12.
Out of the gun. Block. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Love toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, Sue. Come on. Hey, check. Mike's 59. Hey, box drop.
Luck now to throw. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Brown, the lone receiver, left. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. They'll run it with Johnson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down and goal.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Easy. Double right. Hey. High 7.
To throw again. Stafford. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Ready. Go 20. 51. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Hurry up, get set. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Freeman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Set. Red 80. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey.
Now Stafford. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Shoot! 32. Hey, easy. Easy alert.
And that'll set him back 5. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down.
Hey. Motion. Go, Mike. 10. 51. Watch the run.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down. Throwing his line. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Ready, lady. Oh, you got deep. Check 52. Hey, some motion.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, check line 33. Check line 33. Bravo. Rap. Hey, easy. 33. Get that quarterback. And all call. Hey, check line 33. Check line 33. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford, throw left side, complete. That's Goodwin. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Alert flare. 54.
They'll run on first down. Freeman, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 33-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
No.
Freeman again. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 26.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set. Blue 60. 54 Mike. Hey. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Hey, give me a radar. Watch the screen. Mike's 5'4". Go. Mike's 5'4".
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And Gaines got it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16.
Here we go.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set, lady. Check. Watch 54. Watch the curl.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Freeman And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Miller. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they settled for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
General West. 12.
On first and 10, Locke. He gets it left side to Johnson. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
58, boy. 58. 11. Gone right.
From the red zone now, Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
58, the money. 58.
To the air again, Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Love. And finding Keelan Cole. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey. Hey, Red. Mike 51. Mike 51. Five. I got you. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Operating from the gun. Stafford to the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey.
Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
We call that safe.
Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's Luck. His throw over the middle taken in by Cole. Now, he may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From the 50, it's Luck. Fights him off. Now a desperation throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Luck now to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
59 mark, 59 mark. Say, Delta. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep, man up,
Luck. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Luck's 59. Luck's 59.
One last throw here for Luck. Eluding the pressure, and he's in for the touchdown with a clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike, check, 59.
Now Luck. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Off of play action. Luck. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck completing it to the right side. Johnson. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the gun, here's Luck. And finding Proen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
And the Colts, first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Luck. Over the middle here to Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Colts.
Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down. On the toss, here's Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Luck now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Stafford with his first throw of OT. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Colts, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.